Oh, hey, hello everybody. This is Nasid from English with Nasid. I hope you are all doing okay during this pandemic. By the way, as you have acknowledged that in English there are three main tenses. So we have past tenses, present tenses, and future tenses. Well, in past tenses we have past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Similarly, in present tenses, we have present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Likewise, for the future, we have future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. But the question is, how come we fail to use each tense correctly despite the fact that we've studied it several times? Well, I would say this is probably because um, we don't know the right way in order to learn English tenses. And this is what I am here for today, everybody. Today, I'll be sharing you about how to to learn or to master English tenses effectively by following three significant steps. So without any further ado, let's get started. What are the three important steps that we need to, to master in order to, successfully learn English tenses? First, you need to learn about the forms. Um, Suppose we are now studying present simple, everybody. So the first thing that you need to learn about the present simple is the form. How can we form present simple? Okay, so this is the form of present simple in positive. We have subject plus verb base and plus optional object. So you need to remember the form first. Okay, so after you are very sure about how to form present simple, we can go a step further to what we call the spelling notes. What do I mean by spelling notes here? Well, technically, spelling notes here is something to do with adding s, okay, or es, or the maybe time when you change by to y, ies, right? When you use with the subject in present simple. The subject here I refer to the singular subject, okay? He, she, it, for example, right? So all of this stuff is discussed in the spelling notes, okay? And the last phase that you need to you know uh, to study about the present simple is the use. How we use present simple. As you know that present simple is used for daily routines, timetables, okay, and general truth in conditional. Okay, so these are the three steps that you need to follow in order to master English tenses. And you know what, everybody? This rule applies to all tenses in English. As an example, I show you related to present simple, but of course, you also need to follow the same procedure if you want to study the rest of the tenses in English. Okay, so further example on the present continuous. Okay, the same thing. So you need to uh, follow our three important steps. So the first one is form. How can we form present continuous? Okay, so present continuous can be formed by using subject plus be, am is are here, plus verb ing and the optional object. Okay, and then we learn about the spelling note of present continuous. So For the spelling note in present continuous, it is all about, how we add ing to the verbs, right? After the verb to be. So for example, usually we add ing to the verb when we use it in present continuous. But of course, what if the verb ends in e? You see, so all of this stuff is discussed in the spelling note. So if it ends in e, we need to omit e before we add ing. Okay, for example, driving here. Okay, and the next one is when. So when is something to do with the verb that ends in one vowel, one consonant. So if it ends in one vowel, one consonant, we need to double the last consonant before we add before we add ing. Okay, so the last step that you need to study about the present continuous is the usage. So how present continuous is used. Primarily, we use present continuous to talk about an action that happens at the time of speaking. Furthermore, present progressive or continuous, in other words, is also used here to talk about the near future plan or future arrangement with usually with the future time expressions. So the following is an example sentence, everybody. Um, Zara is making an appointment with her lecturer this afternoon. Well, by looking at the sentence, you obviously know that the form belongs to present continuous, okay? Because Zara is a subject, is here is a verb to be. For making is verb ing, right? And appointment is the object, okay? So the form is correct. Now let's talk about the spelling note. So for spelling note, we are gonna take a look at the verb make. You see, everybody? So as you know that make ends in e, so we need to delete e first before we add ing. You see, so all of this stuff is discussed in the spelling note. Moving on to the final stage is the use of present continuous. So how can we use present continuous? According to the example sentence, um, the present continuous here is used to express the near future arrangement with the time expressions. Okay, so it is not about the action that happens at the time of speaking. Okay, it is about the future event that you have already set, everybody, and it is really close to the present time. In summary, next time if you want to learn about English tenses, remember to divide it into the three areas. First, you need to learn about the forms, okay, of that one tense. After you are clear about the form, after you are able to create the sentence, you can go a step further to the spelling notes. Okay, so usually spelling notes here is something to do with the verb. How can you deal with verbs? Okay, when you use it that in that particular tense. Okay, after you have learned about the forms, the spelling notes, you are certain, okay, about these two areas, you can go on to the final stage is what we call, that is what we call the usage. So this is really important because one tense can be used in different ways. So it is important to be learned, okay, everybody, because sometimes it may be confusing for some English learners. So that is that for today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. And